Hello, welcome. Story time. Today's story is a story that is something that really happens with storks and how they migrate. So it's based on the facts of migration of storks. So keep that in mind as I read it. It's called "The Wheel on the Chimney" by Margaret Wise Brown. There's a chimney. These are the storks. Look at those birds. Look at those beaks. Like we've been talking about birds and the animals with bones. Wheel on the Chimney by Margaret Wise Brown. First there was one stork, then there were two. They had just arrived from Africa. They built a nest on a wheel on top of a chimney. They built in the spring when there was no smoke, and the chimney would not be used again until winter. Now you can't really see the wheel here. You can see the nests they built. The wheel must be under it. And that's clever that, they build when it's not going to be a used chimney. First there was one stork, then there were two. Soon there were four. The mother and father stork and two hungry babies with wide open beaks and white feathers. The mother kept the little storks safe and warm under her wings while the father went out to get food for them. Sometimes the father would keep them warm while the mother went fishing in the cool green rivers of Hungary. So they're in a country in Europe called Hungary. You can see them bringing the food to the baby. See the worm in the mother's beak. Oh, wow, you can see the countryside of Hungary here. I don't see the storks, though. Oh, yeah, here's one right down here. Okay. Beautiful land. Where's our stork? Down here. Summer followed spring, cool and green. And the young storks grew longer legs. Their bills grew longer, but they never made a sound, for a stork is a silent bird. The only sound he makes is the great clapping of his beak. In the olden days, a stork built nests on trees. But it is considered a great honor to have a stork settle on your house. Great honor and great good luck. So farmers bind cartwheels to the tops of their chimneys or make platforms of twigs and straw to invite the storks to land. Would you like to have a stork living on your chimney? I would. So here's the cartwheels down here. They would take one off and put it up there to start the right frame for a stork to build his nest, to invite them. Come on up. Build here, build here. And while the other birds sing and the barnyard fowl cackle and crow and quack and hiss and cluck all through the long green summer, the storks are silent and beautiful. Then one day the air grew colder and a black stork arrived from the wild forests of the north. More and more storks, wild black ones and great white ones that built their nests on the wheels on the chimneys of houses, flew down from the sky and into a great green field. So the weather's getting cooler. So we know birds like storks like to migrate away to where it's warmer. Oh, wow, look at them all. Black ones and white ones. They're all gathering. It really happens. They gather up. They know the right time of year. God gave them the instinct. Oh my goodness. Look at all those storks. Look, there's even a lady down here. She's doing some painting of the scene. Wow, I'd like to be her, watching this happen. This great event that happens every year. The time to go south had come. The storks would all fly south for the winter. How did they know? Who had lived all summer on the wheel on the chimney? Then silently in great white flight, they flew over the towns of Europe, over rivers and bridges and far away, always to the south. You see them up here. They flew to the edge of the blue Mediterranean Sea and headed across the sea to Africa. Ah, it's warmer there. To the land of the Nile were their cousins, great flocks of crimson flamingos, the color of sunset, waded knee-deep in the green waters of the river. But they did not stop here. They flew on, high in the air, to the south. You can see some castles there. There they are, not stopping. Gotta go. Lots of miles to travel. Oh yeah, here, look at all these flamingos. Said that they were their cousins. There are a lot of similarities, huh? Long legs, the beaks. The flamingos are all pink. And here they lived for the winter, deep in the warm wild wilderness of Africa. And here where it was warm they would stay until spring. And then one day great flocks of storks would gather, and it would be time for the great flight to the north. How did they know in that faraway land that spring had come in the lands of the north? This is still a secret of the storks, north or south. Look at them there, perched in the tree. It is, the secret of migration is so cool. How God made the animals, always providing for them and protecting them. Here they are. All the warmth of Africa. The wild black storks would fly with the white storks. Though the black storks would fly further to the north than the white storks, into the great green forests, far from the farms of men, where the white storks made his home. Off they started up through the air to the north. But a great storm shook the sky. Golden lightning split the air, and the storks were blown far out over the Indian Ocean, far off their course and away from the lands of the north. One white stork was very tired. He was too tired. Oh, wow. See him coming down, down. Blown off course. How will they get back on track? So he collapsed onto the deck of a boat that was bound for Egypt. When the captain saw that a weary stork had landed on his ship, he knew good luck had come his way. He gave the stork a great wicker chair, like a nest to rest in. And he sent him French croissants and yellow tomatoes and good things to eat. And the captain grew fond of the stork. One day the stork flew away, and the captain wished him a safe journey. See his chair? He's got his arm around his friend. Oh, he's saying goodbye. Over the jungles where the monkeys chattered and the baboons squealed, mid the shrill screech of the wild parrot and the pink cockatoo. Over the wild green jungles he flew, snatched at by monkeys and screamed at by baboons. At last he got out of the jungles by the strength of his brave white wings. And soon he was over the wild still wastes of the Sahara Desert. Then suddenly the silence of the sand was broken by an onrush of wings. There were the other storks returning to the land of their birth, and he flew with them over the desert toward the cool northern spring. Ah, he's back on track. Look at all those animals. Chattering, cawing. Oh, this guy's trying to reach for him. Go, stork, go. All right. Now you see the Sahara Desert. Look at that guy. Is it a horse? Yeah. Then one day in early spring, there was the gentle rustle of birds building a nest of straw and twigs on top of the chimney. Now you can see the wheel that they'll put up there. The farmer had been expecting them. He had tied a wheel on his chimney. He knew storks are a sign of good luck to any house on which they choose to build. That really happens. Look at that. First there were two, and then spring had come, and the story starts all over again. Amazing! A circle of life for the storks. God is so great. All this He provides for us to marvel at and understand and see how it works. Excellent. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.